A Touch of Gray Matter. I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. As always, I'm with Barry 3D Carter, the Make-A-Wish Kid, and the Angry Midget, Thomas Patrice. So, what do you want to talk about now, Thomas?
Well, first of all, out of space. No,
slow it down there, Wolf Blitzer.
It's Wolf Blitzer. Hi. I'm staring at the camera angrily. No, it's people who don't want to get the vaccine.
Fuck them, let them die.
Governors.
All right, folks. So, anyways, for Barry 3D Carter.
And oh wow! And the governor of Texas just totally banning all the regulations they've come out with, wearing the mask, trying to get people to get, finding out who's vaccinated, who's not, trying to get people. This guy just came out and said, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. So I'd say I don't understand. If you take a pig and put it in a blanket, you know how they like to make those as comments, right? They just put shit that has nothing to do with. If you take a pig and put it in a blanket, is it not delicious? So we're not going to do it. We're not. You can't make me wear a mask. You can't take my gun. You'll have to come take it from my dead hands. I'm thinking, you're just a governor. Election's coming up. I know, but you're just a governor.
So is Arnold.
Anyways,
the Terminator.
No, stop it. No, Arnold no longer listen. Stop it. Look at Zolf. I can't say his name properly. Zolf. Anyways, no. Basically, for me, it's the people who don't want to get the vaccination. If you don't, I'm not saying anything against you. I'm just going to make the statement. I'm not saying anything against you. If you don't want to do it, if you have your doubts, don't do it. Then don't travel. Don't go to any indoor events. Don't try to get into a restaurant. Stop trying to go to the hospital and basically stay home, stay alone.
I thought I did read somewhere that the nurses and the orderlies are not going to be treating the patients who are not vaccinated coming in with COVID symptoms. They're not going to treat them properly. They're going to treat them like second-class citizens.
No.
Okay.
Basically, though, I mean, I heard the same thing, but I heard along the lines of they're going to be taking extra precaution because you didn't get vaccinated. You have the symptoms. Now what we need to do is we have to vaccinate you. We have to see if the vaccine is going to work on COVID while you're in the midst of it. Because besides all the other measures they're going to take, they need to make sure that this thing, that the COVID is stoppable. But my whole fact is, getting back on track with my whole thing is, if you don't want to get vaccinated, not a problem. But I'm getting tired of, they're putting the rules there to stop me from doing. No, it's not about you. It's not about the individual. It's about our communities as a whole. Right?
But they don't look at it that way, right? They call us sheeple. I'll give you an example. I was in Muskoka this weekend, going for a bike ride, stopped at a Tim's. The guy ahead of me didn't have a mask on. The lady asked him, sir, you need to have a mask. He's like, I'm exempt. And he just looked back and he just looked around and he had this cocky look like. And she didn't want to fucking get into trouble right with him. She's like, sure, okay. Gave him coffee, get the fuck out. You can't just walk in and say, I'm exempt. Your whole idea, I know what you're saying is that if you don't want to get the vaccination, stay the fuck home. But their whole perception is this vaccine is bullshit. I want to continue living my life normal, and I don't want to be treated differently. I don't know if you guys, and on your topic, I just want to swing on this one. There's a guy I follow who actually on TikTok who finds all these cases of racism, black attacks, Asian attacks, and all that. I'm forgetting his name right now. It's just fogging up right now. But he actually found this guy who's actually a TikToker who was banned and now it's on Instagram, called the Anti-Masker, who goes around and like these big stores like Home Depots, malls, and all that.
Yes.
And it's a shit disturber.
Yeah.
And it's a shit disturber. And he's like, hey, why are you making a mask? Why are you wearing the mask? You're making me feel uncomfortable. And he's literally pulling the mask out of their faces. So to your point now, I want to ask you a question. Do you have people like that in your family or friend circle? Dave, Barry, anybody? Because I know I have worked with somebody who says it's a personal choice and he doesn't want to get it. And that's cool. And because of that, he respects and doesn't come out from meetings and all that with us. Like when we have our...
But you see, you hit it, Zol. He respects.
Yeah.
Right?
And he always tells us, he's like, guys, I'm not vaxxed. I would love to come and hang out, but if you guys are comfortable, I'll come. But if you're not, I'm not going to come because it's my choice.
Yeah, but the whole point is, okay, so that I have no problem with, right? Because he has a difference of opinion of other people, and that's fine.
Yeah,
the
and
whole
I'm
world's
cool
a
with
difference
it.
of opinion.
Yeah.
But he has respect. He has respect for those that might not want him around because he doesn't have the vaccine. So he puts the option. He first of all, he gives the information saying he's not vaxxed. He does give everyone the option saying, if you don't want me around, that's fine. I'll stay home. No harm, no feelings about it. He understands that. What we're lacking in all these cases is respect, because people go out of their way. That same guy you're talking about, the anti-vaxxer, he went out and I think he got owned by this 17-year-old kid. You know, this kid was out there doing his job, and he went out there and he's like, oh, well, why are you pushing people to wear a mask, and they shouldn't be doing this? And the guy's like, you know, you're putting people something about, you know, don't you have anything better to do? Don't you have a better job to do? And he goes, well, I do have a job. Don't you? He goes, clearly you don't have a job because you just go around every day to different people telling him not to wear a mask. That's not a job. And it just goes from there. And he just gets owned to the point that anti-vaxxer walks away. The whole point is lack of respect, not even lack of it, no respect.
Yeah,
correct.
If you want to get the vaccine, that's your body, your choice. That people should respect it. And if you don't, people should respect it. But understand there's going to be shades of gray where it comes in. Like, well, I don't get it, but you can't force
anybody else.
You can't force your ideology on someone else.
So I'm with you guys, right? I'm that.
Yeah.
But I understand from their point of view, and I'm going to play the devil's advocate here, that I get it. They don't want to be vaccinated, but then they also want to enjoy freedom of life and go around and watch the Jays game or Raptors, and they're not allowed to now because they don't have the vaccine passport.
Mm-hmm.
So why is the society kind of, how should I put this? Marking them as second-class citizens, right? Like
man, look at the screen.
Okay, hang on a second.
Look at the screen. There's two black guys, a brown guy, and a white guy, right? Let's just go with that right now. We get along great. This is awesome. But at the same time, there's segregation, right? Not within our group, not with us, not with us as friends, but just in life. Black people get treated a certain way. White people in certain areas get treated a certain way. Brown people get treated a certain way. Everyone seems to segregate instead of bringing things together. And this is why the world can't get further than where we are right now.
Thank you.
Bang on, yo! I would vote for you, Barry.
No, but that's the biggest problem, because people don't take the time to see it from somebody else's point of view. They put their own point of view out and say, you better follow my point of view, or else, or you'd better do. No,
yeah, it's all ultimatums.
I have friends who liked Trump, and I told them clearly, we don't have to talk politics. I don't like Trump. If you like him, that's your thing, right?
Yeah.
I have friends who don't want to get vaccinated. The minute it gets to the point where it's like, you're this, I say, okay, stop.
Yeah, but then would you call them over for Thanksgiving dinner? Here's my question to you. If they're not vaccinated, and imagining they're one of your close friends, would you call them wouldn't they get offended?
No, I'm sorry, but I can't, because I can't risk my children.
Yeah, look, let's wait. I respect their decision, but my house, my rules.
Let me just finish.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. Take it from Barry. My house, my rules. But here's my thing. I said this to somebody once, and I'll use it in this context. I was in the Army once. That was my choice. If I go overseas and I catch a bullet, or if I get blown up, or if I get damaged, that's my choice. I would not want somebody else's child to do that for me, because I'm a grown man. That child has not had a life yet. Same thing with somebody saying, Thomas, man, he's just a kid. Just speed around him. No. I can always replace the bumper on my car. I cannot replace somebody's child. COVID is not a joke. It's not fake. It wasn't made up by somebody who just said, we want to take away certain people's rights, and we want to enforce this doctrine on everybody. It has killed millions of people, not hundreds of millions. Okay. We need to be very, very sure of what's going on. That's why we have the vaccination. It's to not completely stop the virus, but it will put it at bay so that we can get proper treatment to fight it off. But when I have somebody running willy-nilly, talking about, you're taking away my rights and this and that, and they want to come sit beside me in my car, or come to my house, or even share this space with me on an elevator, and they want to cough and this and that, and then ha, and tell me that I'm sheep. Well, you're telling me I'm taking away your rights, but you're infringing on mine. You're telling me I'm taking away your rights, but you're saying it's okay for you to threaten my children. Because what if you give me this vaccine, this virus, and it doesn't affect me, but it affects my child? What if it affects my wife who has MS? We have to be really, really, really careful with the way we handle this and the way we talk about it. It's the
It's all
same
about
thing as
respect.
racism. No, it's the same thing with racism.
Yeah.
Zolf has been through racism. Dave has been through racism. Barry, you and I have been through racism. We have to look at things very carefully before we start saying, well, you know what? If they weren't in that area or if they did this. If you don't know what's going on and you have no clear idea of what you're talking about, please don't speak. And for those out there who are going to tell me, you know, Thomas, you can't say it. Yes, I can, because I take the time to go to a doctor who tells me what I should take as a person with diabetes to fight off this virus, and what I should do for my personal health, and what I should do for the health of my children and my friends. The last part of this speech I'm going to make is this. I would never risk Dave's life. I would never risk Zolf's life or Barry's life, because these are my brothers, and they have people that they love and they care about. If you understand that statement alone, it's not just about caring, it's about the respect of somebody else's life. I've had my time, I've had a life. If my time is today, I'm not risking their lives for me. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but let me say this though. I've driven with you, Thomas. I see how you drive. You've risked my life.
Man, shut up, man! Shut up! It was a damn good speech! I had it written and everything! God
Yeah,
damn
you've
it!
been really awfully quiet on this topic. What do you have to say?
Uh-oh, here comes the finger.
I'm finding more and more that this whole vaccination, non-vaccination, anti-vax, anti-mask, anti-this, anti-that, fucking sheeple and everything else, it's starting to get to the point where it's almost a religion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's literally to the point where it's, this is right, you're wrong, follow this, or, you know, you're going to die, or you're going to hell, or you're doing. And before this whole thing gets any fucking worse than what it is, if you're watching this, please lean in, because I want you to understand this fully, and I don't want it to be misinterpreted at all. I don't give a shit if you're vaccinated, if you're not vaccinated, if you're debating whether or not to be vaccinated, if you think that, you know, science is wrong or whatever. I don't fucking care about any of that shit. Okay? Everybody that's on this planet right now is going to die a horrible fucking death at some point in time or another. Okay? I don't care. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. But, and here's the but, if you're going to be a fucking asshole about it, then you're a fucking asshole. There's no two ways about it. I don't give a shit what side you're on. I don't give a shit if you're vaccinated and you're an asshole, or you're not vaccinated and you're an asshole, or if you tell everybody that they're fucking sheeples for getting fucking vaccinated, or if you tell everybody that they're fucking retarded for not getting vaccinated. I don't fucking care. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. Everybody is going to die. That's it. Right now, as it sits with all of humanity in this world and everything else, and I've watched the news and I've seen the shit that people are doing, I am cheering for the fucking virus. That's where I am. Okay? And if anybody really wants to know how I feel about this, a ton of fun ent@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter, a ton of fun. You can find me on Facebook, copy down my last name. Make sure you spell it fucking properly, or you're going to look really stupid yelling at somebody else. Okay? I don't want to debate people. I don't want to fucking have long drawn out conversations or anything like that. I really, 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 all 6 feet 4 inches, 315 pounds of me does not give a shit. But I am getting sick and fucking tired of everybody sitting there and bitching and complaining and, Oh, well, the fucking government's doing this. Oh, well, you're actually going to believe that? Yes, you know why I'm going to believe scientists? Because they went to fucking school for this. Okay? It's their fucking job. It's what they do. And while everything else in the world was shut down, they were able to do this shit very quickly. Maybe not all the tests were done. Possibly. I have no idea. I wasn't fucking invited. You know why? Because I'm not a fucking scientist. That's why. Okay? And if I go through your fucking Facebook post, and last year at some point in time, you were bitching and complaining because you couldn't fucking help little Timmy with his math, I'm not going to fucking believe your shit on science right now, so fuck off. Okay? But, again, I am not a scientist. That is not my job. That is not what I do. Okay? People who are scientists and wear the white coats and get paid for that shit, that's what they do. That's what they're supposed to be doing. The science isn't wrong. I'm telling you that right now. Okay? Science is never wrong. Science evolves. Science changes because they continuously test. They continuously go back and go, well, wait a minute, but what about this? And they'll redo it. Okay? Doesn't make that old science wrong. It just means there's new science, there was new information, and we've improved on it. Okay? But watching YouTube, listening to us, fucking reading Facebook or anything else, that is not doing your research.
Nope.
Okay? That's like you doing research on becoming a magician trying to catch a bullet by putting a gun in your fucking face. Guess what? It's going to fucking end horribly. I will laugh, but it's still going to end fucking horribly.
No, it won't, Dave, because you said everything evolves. Magic evolves. Barry, let's go get a gun and hold it to Zolf's face. What the fuck? What the fuck? No, well said, Dave. Well said. Jokes aside.
I didn't think I was fucking done, but sure, go ahead. Continue with your thought.
I'm trying, Zolf, but it's only.
I ain't saying anything, bro.
No, Dave.
I had 846.
No,
I lost.
Dave squinting. Dave squinting. You know when Dave gets upset, is it? Just for the viewers out there, Darkseid is afraid of Dave. Okay. Lord Darkseid, we can have Earth. Earth. Dave resides there. Not going.
I'm just gonna pull Barry's joke.
Oh fuck. Fuck it. Anyways, I will take it away. No, the only other thing that really gets
He's still not done talking.
Fucking did.
You did, Dave. You're not. Okay, you're not saying that.
It was a beautiful
Oh
awkward
no,
pause.
because apparently I was fucking done when you said, well said, Dave, and you started going off. Go ahead. Finish the show. I'm just the token white guy. That's all I'm here for.
Fuck.
I'm just here for diversity, obviously.
In the famous words of that great poet that we know, Dave, start the show. Mark Trinidad.
Go ahead. Finish. No. Well said. Well said, Dave. Go ahead, Thomas. Your turn. I'm sorry. I apologize. Thomas, start the show.
I just want Thomas to do the closing line. I want to hear. I want to hear him do the closing line.
Well, for Zolf Ali, Dave Sokolowski, Barry 3 Carter, and myself, the shorter than can't reach stuff on the upper shelf, have trouble getting up on the curb. Thomas Patrice. There are good people in this world. If you can't find one, be one.
Woo! Nailed it.